Hello everybody, welcome back to Daily Dictation. How did you do? Last week's dictation was about baseball. Let's listen one more time.
New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays by identical 4-2 scores in a day-night doubleheader Wednesday.
Little bit long, but if you're a baseball fan, maybe you did okay. New York baseball, New York Mets, or New York Yankees. Excuse me. We have two teams, New York Yankees, New York Mets. Here, we're talking about the New York Yankees. New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays. New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays. New York swept the, TTH, we connect, only keep the TH sound. Swept the, no, swept the. New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay is a city in Florida, and they have a baseball team called the Rays. The Stingrays, Tampa Bay Rays. New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays by. So, sweep, this verb is sweep, like with a broom. Okay, I'll put a picture. So, sweep, past tense is swept. Swept in baseball and sports by, and then some numbers usually appear. Swept by. So, New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays by identical 4-2 scores. By identical 4-2 scores. Identical. Now, identical means the same thing. If we say it fast, identical. Identical. This N sound can kill the T. Identical. Identical. However, if you listen to the reporter from AP, he does say identical. Identical scores. Identical 4-2 scores. Scores? How many games were there in a day-night doubleheader Wednesday? A doubleheader. A doubleheader means 2 games in one day. A baseball game has 9 innings. That's 1 game. A doubleheader means 2 games in one day. Okay, so sweep. When we use the verb sweep, it means completely took everything. Took everything. So usually we say sweep the series. And past tense, swept the series. So let's say New York baseball, the Yankees, were going to play Tampa Bay 5 games. They're going to play 5 games, and New York won every game. We can just say New York swept the series. New York swept the 5-game series, and that means New York won every game. They won each game. Here, it was a doubleheader, so 2 games. So New York swept the doubleheader. New York swept the doubleheader Wednesday. That's the idea. Now, a doubleheader, was it like a morning game and a night game, an afternoon game and a night game? How do they do that? A day-night game. Which means they had a game in the afternoon, then they had a dinner break, then they had a game after that. A day-night game. So 1 game in the afternoon, 1 game in the evening. So if you like baseball, doubleheaders are great. And both games, New York swept. They won both games. Both games had the same score, 4-2. 4-2-2. If we say it fast, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. Or we can just get rid of the 2. 4-2. New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays by identical 4-2 scores in a day-night doubleheader Wednesday. New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays by identical 4-2 scores in a day-night doubleheader Wednesday. Exciting baseball news. So, that's it with baseball. Let's listen 2 more times and you say it along with the AP reporter, okay?
New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays by identical 4-2 scores in a day-night doubleheader Wednesday. New York swept the Tampa Bay Rays by identical 4-2 scores in a day-night doubleheader Wednesday.
So how did you do? I hope your listening was okay. I hope your speaking was okay. Let's move on to daily dictation number 12. Okay, daily dictation number 12 is about the picture you just saw. Back on Saturday, which was September 24th, 2011, on the Google homepage, they had these 5 cool puppets, these characters, these Muppets. They're called Muppets because it was the birthday of the man who invented these puppets, these dolls, these Muppets. The most famous Muppet is Kermit. Kermit the Frog. Then there was Miss Piggy. You're going to hear Kermit singing a very famous song. It's actually a song by the Carpenters, but Kermit the Frog did a remake. It's called The Rainbow Connection. And then, when the AP reporter starts speaking, you need to start dictating. So, listen to the song. The song I'll play the first time, but then the second, third, and fourth time, there'll be no song. So listen carefully and do your best for the dictation. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
(1936).
Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Jim Henson, creator of the Muppets, from Kermit the Frog to Sesame Street, is born in Greenville, Mississippi. Jim Henson, creator of the Muppets, from Kermit the Frog to Sesame Street, is born in Greenville, Mississippi. Jim Henson, creator of the Muppets, from Kermit the Frog to Sesame Street, is born in Greenville, Mississippi. Jim Henson, creator of the Muppets, from Kermit the Frog to Sesame Street, is born in Greenville, Mississippi.